I believe that everyone's #1 priority should be their own health. You can't save the world, you can't save the animals if your own health is suffering. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kate. I'm a health coach and I post videos on a high-fat, nutrient-dense way of eating. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe.
More than 200 activists chained themselves to hired vans, blocking the road for trams and traffic.
Trillions of animals every year are dying, are being tortured every day. I'm here to raise awareness about that, and I'm here to say that it's time to take action.
Protesters linked together with pipes to block doors.
What do we want? Animal liberation!
Abattoirs also targeted and streamed online.
As you can see, we've got pipe covering hands so that we can't be cut out.
Okay, today we're going to talk about the protests that have been going on this week across Australia. These protests have been led by vegan activists. Basically, they've been blocking the roads in Melbourne, breaking into slaughterhouses, chaining themselves to the equipment, doing some pretty crazy things like demanding the slaughterhouses give them a pig.
Yeah, we're pretty determined to try and save one of the sows here today, but they just blatantly refused. So yeah, I don't know if you guys all want to give them a call and tell them that they should give us the pigs.
And they're surprised when the answer is no. So yeah, I just thought I would give you my thoughts, my opinions on it. If you're not new around here, I have been posting quite a lot of sort of anti-vegan stuff, and you might be wondering why that is. It's not that I have a problem with any individual person choosing to eat a vegan diet. Where I have a problem is where they are pushing it onto other people, spreading misinformation, basically making it seem like it's something that it's not. And a vegan diet goes against everything I know about nutrition and everything I believe to be true. So yeah, that's basically why I've been making a lot of these videos. I believe that everyone's #1 priority should be their own health. You can't save the world, you can't save the animals if you are suffering. I'm sorry if you can hear that drilling. I guess my neighbor is building something. Okay, like I was saying, yeah, you can't save the world if you don't get yourself in order first. And the more I talk to these ex-vegans, the more I start to realize how unsustainable the diet really is. It's lacking nutrients, it's high in fiber, which is causing digestive issues for so many people. There are just so many things wrong with it in terms of health. And yeah, if someone wants to make the sacrifice, if they want to sacrifice their own health for the animals, sure, do it. If you think that's what's best, by all means, but don't push and expect other people to do the same. Okay, so like I said, our health should be our #1 priority. And I believe to be healthy, you need to be consuming at least some animal products, some fish, some eggs, some meat, just something. And once we have gotten ourselves in check, once we are healthy and thriving, okay, then we can start to look at the animals and that whole aspect. And I just want to talk a little bit about what differentiates humans from animals, because there is a difference. The main difference is that we as humans know there's a future and we act as though there's a future. Animals, they're just living in the present and they're acting to what's happening right now. So think of it this way. Humans work, we go to our jobs day after day because we know that if we make that sacrifice now, we're going to get something in return in the future. Money, experience, whatever it may be. Animals don't do this. They don't know, they can't understand this concept. They're just reacting to what is happening to them right now. And yeah, they have instincts that tell them to do something and that they rely on, but this is different from knowing the future. So we're not the same. I just want to get that out of the way right off the bat. So what I'm trying to get at with that is that animals who are living on pasture, not in factory farms, yeah, just living a nice, peaceful life, they don't know what's coming to them. They don't know that they are being fed to eventually be slaughtered and turned into food for us. They're just living day by day. And if they live like this, so we're talking 100% grass-fed beef, always on pasture, yeah, they have a pretty all right life. They live and then they die. No suffering. Ideally, they are killed quickly and it's pretty painless. And from that one life, you get about 200 kilos of meat. Now, if you are avoiding meat, where are you getting your protein from? You're probably getting it from tofu, beans. Yeah, those are probably the main two. So let's talk about soy for a second. Soy is grown as a monocrop, meaning that the same plant is planted in the same field year after year. And if you think that no animals get harmed in the process of farming and harvesting soy, think again. So many animals, so rabbits, lizards, mice, insects, get caught in this farming equipment and die. On top of that, a lot of animals get killed by the pesticides that are pretty much required. So there are a lot of animals suffering and dying in this production. So if your goal is less deaths, less suffering, then grass-fed beef is 100% a better option than relying on some of these plant proteins. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about was mouse plagues. So I don't know if these are only a thing in Australia. I've only really looked at them in this context. Basically what happens is roughly every 4 years, mice in wheat and soy fields, they breed out of control. It ends up being between 500 to 1,000 mice per hectare. They're basically just taking over. And there's really no other option for the farmers than to poison these mice. So these mice are poisoned and they die slow, painful deaths. Millions and millions of mice die when these actions are taken during these mouse plagues. So I think that the target for these vegan activists is just misplaced. Just because there isn't a dead animal on your plate doesn't mean animals didn't have to die for you to get whatever food is on your plate. I 100% agree that no animals should be suffering, ideally. Factory farming is obviously bad. I don't think there's anyone who really supports it. They just seem to be looking at these issues like they're black and white. Meat's bad, don't eat it. If you're not eating it, that's all that matters. If you are eating meat, you're evil, you're causing suffering, that's it. When that's not true. Even if you aren't eating the animals, there are still animals dying. And I said this in one of my other videos about veganism and the environment. This whole belief system is just so naive. Okay, you want to cause less animal suffering? Eat grass-fed beef. That is the best option. Stop eating monocrops, don't eat wheat, don't eat soy. From all of my research, everything I've read, everyone I've talked to about this issue, that seems to be the best solution if you care about minimizing animal suffering and animal deaths. These protests, okay, you're against factory farming, but that doesn't mean that everyone should stop eating meat. If you want to be vegan, that is your choice. But I think there's a reason that 90% of vegans end up quitting. And I really believe it ultimately comes down to people's health suffering. All right guys, that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of these protests that are going on. Are they helping the cause? Are they hurting it? I guess they're getting some media attention, so that's probably a positive, but yeah, just let me know your thoughts. And if you guys want early access to my videos, you can head over to my Patreon page, support me there, and yeah, you can get early access to my videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.
I think they're a bunch of idiots.